Hello, everyone. Welcome to Innovator Coffee, an English podcast that bridges the gap between people and the world of AI and innovation. Follow us to explore the top AI applications, ecosystem insights, and the emerging trends. So, what's your opinion on using AI for phishing attacks on blockchain?
But it's kind of like this race for security, if you will. But yeah, it's going to be so easy to spoof somebody in the future. I mean, AI interactions are becoming so lifelike that it's going to be very hard to distinguish between who's an AI agent and who's not. And if there's a way to even for an AI agent to scan through, let's say, all of your Facebook history, all of your X history, and then like pick up certain things when they call somebody, then it gets like really scary. So need to figure out a way where we fingerprint that, hey, this is an AI agent that's actually calling you right now.
Yeah, especially like Dafu mentioned, right? In the future, if the quantum computing start to popular, and quantum computing plus AI can be a big thing for blockchain security in the future, I guess.
Yeah, and to echo on that, frankly speaking, I also believe that is why crypto, or you say Web3 industry is so important for AI, because we need to better secure the data, because every day we are feeding data to centralized companies. And they have the control of everything. Frankly speaking, when they release all our previous behaviors or our chatting, so they learn who we are, then they can easily like build a AI figure or something like to deep fake us. And frankly speaking, I don't know for 3 or 5 years later, so when we still do the podcast, whether or not it's gonna be me, the real person, or AI Dafu. So yeah, so it will be I would say for phishing on this, AI definitely bring this into the next stage, makes it faster and easier to hack Web3. But that is why a lot of Web3 founders are building decentralized and better security stuff to fight against this. So I believe it will affect mostly all the different industry, not only for Web3, but I believe that we have the one of the best solutions for this. So yeah, decentralization and protect your data is always the key.
Yeah. So there are a lot of talk about the popularity of SCI fee right now, right? So do you think a distributed computing power and AI projects could better monetize through the crypto?
So I believe we are talking about sci-fi or like design, so which became pretty popular because it can easily help the professors and all the students to better monetize what they're doing right now. Previously, they just get more attention, reputation, but they cannot monetize what they are doing. So before, I would say not only for computing power, but or like the science related stuff. So actually, I believe that Web3 can monetize everything. So can monetize basically everything. And that is also why a lot of Web2 founders right now join Web3, because frankly speaking, some of the Web2 founders who do not have the faith or believe in Web3 or in blockchain decentralization, they just want to make quick cash in Web3. That is not something we encourage. That will make this industry more and more messy. So we definitely encourage more and more founders to consider the Web3 projects or crypto projects the same as Web2 project. This is a long-term stuff. We are not here to make money, I would say, but we are here to build the future of the innovation and the decentralization for this world, I would say. And monetization is, however, monetization is not a bad thing. It definitely helped a lot of industry exit faster. So, and also bring the users more benefits, give them more awards and prizes back, I would say. Yeah.
There are a lot of talk about the popularity of sci-fi. Do you think the distributed computing power and AI projects could better monetize through crypto?
And this is in particular two DeSci projects, right? So like decentralized science. I mean, what's interesting is that decentralized science can create new types of experiments that weren't possible before. So for example, you can crowdfund for a lab experiment, for example, and then figure out a way to, in a crowdsourced environment, even with AI agents, to do kind of peer review on some really novel ways of looking at the world, and just ensuring that kind of the process was followed well. Just recently, there was actually a paper or a few papers that were written primarily by an AI agent that were accepted into a leading conference. And so without the reviewers knowing, of course, it was detracted afterwards because of ethics considerations. But I mean, that's just a taste of things to come. AI agents should be able to support some of this fundamental research if used correctly, and then to speed up the progress of research as well, which is really, really exciting. And so DeSci can provide new financialization models, can provide new ways of kind of fundraising for experiments. It could enlarge and more democratize research as a whole, because not every piece of research needs to happen, for example, in a university setting. It can happen outside as well, and still some really interesting insights can be gleaned from that. And so I think DeSci is a pretty fascinating direction as a result of that. And so really excited about watching the space.
Sounds good. So in the future, could AI change the governance model of the crypto Web3 field?
I mean, there's a lot of experiments starting to happen. What if consensus, for example, isn't done by a quote unquote dumb validator? What if it's done by an AI agent with full kind of human intelligence, and it's kind of like AI agents debating back and forth? So some kind of experiments like that can happen. Or maybe you have a board of advisors that's your AI agents that run your investment portfolio. Maybe things like that can happen pretty soon. Or you have AI agents that are running around at home helping you out. Maybe you have a babysitter. Maybe you have somebody that's running your groceries and errands for you. So there's a big impact that can happen. We don't quite know what the implications are just yet. It can be implications on like the base layer, the core infrastructure, higher parts of the infrastructure, even at the application layer. So I think everything is going to be impacted. It's just up to us to imagine what that's going to look like. Ada, any comments from you?
In the future, could AI change the governance model of the crypto Web3 field?
I mean, when we talk about in the future, it really depends how many years ahead we're talking about. Like, I firmly believe the human adoptions, especially related to governance, is really slow. It's not like happening overnight. We're talking about self-driving car, right? And we're talking about self-driving car for decades. The car is still not driving by itself across different cities, across global yet. So I do think the future of AI going to be assistant, help AI agent will help the governance, but not replace human just yet. But in the future, like we're talking about 2 decades or even 3 decades, I do see a voice from the AI agent will be presented at a global or governance level. It's just like right now, you're talking about internet. Everybody using internet. Like if you back forwards 50 years ago, you're talking about internet. People was like, what was that? So it has delay, but it's going to be here.
I would say just like Michael and Ada mentioned, it will definitely impact our lives a lot. And it's just a matter of when, I would say. Yeah, frankly speaking, I watch a lot of like science movies, like Matrix, those kind of movies. And most of the movies, when talking about AI, at that age, mainly hold like a very passive view about AI technology, like replacing people, or like bringing us to a cyberpunk cyberpunk era. So that is something deep in my mind, frankly speaking. So, however, AI definitely help us a lot for efficiency or like convenience, everything. So I would say eventually it will definitely be there. The governance model, the change will be there. But talking about shorter version, I would say I believe that for AI interacted with Web3, there will be another trend there. I don't know if that's AI agent or, like you said, if that is mainly regarding governance or anything. But it would definitely be there. I believe that should be there within 3 to 4 months for sure. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know what that might be.
So I'm gonna ask you one question, and all of you are supposed to only provide 1 sentence as your answer. Okay, you guys ready? My first question, give us a book recommendation. It could be something you're recent reading or one of your favorite book.
I love the Secret. It's about law of attractions. Sometimes we just pay attention to the negativity rather than focusing on the positivity. So the more negative we go, the energy, the surrounding is go to the reinforced loop.
So that my favorite is always from 0 to 1. Yeah, from 0 to 1. A lot of the new founders can learn a lot, or even if you are not building a startup, you can learn a lot from there.
There's so many, hard to pick, but consciousness is all there is a fun one.
Second question. What is one thing you would have done differently? Could be life, could be career.
I don't have many regrets. I wish I can learn English as a second language earlier, like in more fluid way, so I can be more better communicator.
I wish I took more Chinese classes. No, just kidding. I actually wish I studied more CS when I was undergrad and in grad school to go actually much deeper on some of the like fundamental AI kind of research questions.
Yeah. What about you, Dafu?
Yeah, that's cool. So I would say I wish I can manage my life, the balance of the work and life a little bit more, because right now I'm fully packed with the work. So I hope to have a more personal life, frankly speaking.
The third question is one piece of maybe entrepreneurship advice like you would give to any new founders?
Finding the right team and working on the right problem.
Do everything you can to not die, whatever that means. Fundraise, revenue, be sustainable.
Yeah, I would say do not start it if you do not believe it in yourself. And if you already started, just trust yourself and keep going.
You know what? I really need that right now. Last question. This is a hard one. What is one question you think should be asked but hasn't been asked yet?
How do you balance personal life with a startup?
So what's your
finding a supporting system and also be proactively communicate with your co-founder, with your team, but also with the life partners and family members and also friends.
What are some of the essential skills necessary to be successful as an entrepreneur?
Yeah, so what's your answer?
There's quite a few. I think there's obviously the hard skills, like you need to understand sometimes how to build a good financial model or how to create a compelling vision that's believable. And then there's the soft skills as well, like how do you effectively communicate your ideas and how do you effectively communicate with others in such a way that your intentionality comes out and so they don't create kind of stories about you. That's one of the reasons, Ada and I survived together for so long, because we can actually clear out certain stories that we've created about each other and actually share our feelings as well that are assigned with it. And then once we share that, then it kind of just leaves the body. So there's that aspect. And then I think there's the third aspect, which is what is your wellness practice that gets you back to your core? So for example, me and Ada, we both do transcendental meditation. That's been kind of like a fundamental way of like releasing a lot of stress from our bodies so that we can be as present and as caring and as compassionate as we can right in the moment. So that's, one, and then, exercise and many other non-negotiables that I've made a non-negotiable.
Yeah, and talking about the question, actually, I think when we talk about this topic, we can't go over and over for days, right? And in here, I would say, just like one question might be from my side, because I mainly run a lot of community events and ecosystem from our side. So I'd like to talk about what is the future plan for 2025, for ZeroG and also for OnePiece Labs. Yeah, for us, so we're gonna work with. We still are working on the upcoming batches. We haven't decided what kind of vertical on Web3 we're gonna work on, but we hope to release it pretty soon. Yeah, that is one thing regarding our cohort. And also regarding the community side, so right now, tomorrow we'll start our new round of university tours. And also we have this monthly global pitch competition called Pitch Dojo. We have our own brand. And I'd like to potentially issue tokens under this brand to give awards or rewards or a return to our community. And that is another thing. And also we have our OnePiece Con, which is a happy conference combined with happy hour and after party for Web3 conferences. Yeah, so that is some of our future plans for this year. And we just hope that we can help more beginners to learn faster about Web3 and learn better. And also we can help more founders who are keen and believe in Web3, in decentralization, in blockchain technology. Help them faster accelerate their project, take them to the next stages. Because when we look at the market, it looks a little bit down right now. So you don't know what will happen next month, right? So that is why right now we mainly want to help more founders to keep building. Yeah, and talking about this, frank speaking, I like to add one thing, because I have seen a lot of founders after raising a bunch of money, they just felt happy and release themselves, say, hey, I'm rich, and bought some Porsche, like a Rolls Royce or something. They just went out to play. I have seen some of it, and even under our previous portfolio. So that is something we definitely fight against, and we do not encourage. And that is why when we found ZeroG, and also our previous sponsors like Say, SEI, or Malaysian Chain, or right now we work with Say, and also there's another one called Cam Network. So after raising money or like getting more resources into their network, they become more humble and more on the ground, and they work even harder to return to the investors and also to the community, to the users. That is something I really appreciate, I would say. Yeah, even because I talk with Ada a lot. So Ada, after giving the birth, like 1 or 2 days, she joined the meeting with us. So I would say, and Michael is always traveling, and stop by stop, like without resting. I would say that is the spirit of amazing founders who can succeed, and those are the founders we are looking for. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys so much for joining.